Age of lawlessness and despair. The empire of man lay in ruins, torn asunder by civil war, and racked by famine and plague. Desperate, unscrupulous men deserted the temples of their fathers and gathered in forbidden cults, seeking the favor of the dark gods. And so it was, in the year 2301, that a Kurgan warlord named Asabar Kul united the savage tribes of the Chaos Wastes and made war upon the realms of men. The invaders entered the distant northern kingdom of Kislev and sacked its largest city, Prague. They sacrificed its people to their dark gods, and any who managed to flee were driven into the freezing wilderness. The Empire seemed powerless to stop the Chaos Horde, and many feared that the end of the world was at hand. But in the Empire's darkest hour, a nobleman from the south named Magnus rallied the people of the Empire to resist the invaders, uniting the warring Elector Counts in the process. The Imperial Army marched to the rescue of the Kislevite capital, fighting Kul's army in a massive battle outside the city walls. Joined by mighty heroes from all across the land, Magnus defeated Kul in single combat, and the Chaos Horde was scattered to the winds. Blessed by the gods and heralded as the true Emperor, Magnus returned to Nuln in triumph. But even as the old world celebrated Magnus's victory, the dark gods were planning their revenge.
I can't read that. Hold on, I need my glasses. Alright. Snaking between her enemies while sowing death in their ranks with grace and ferocity. Is a ruthless archer who prefers cunning over brutality. Her knowledge of nature allows her to call upon powerful allies and set traps to control her opponents, while she finishes them off from afar with her arrows and deadly poisons. Alessa is a young widow from Athel-Loren, but now roams the old world in search of adventure, fury, and fear, fiery and fearless. She hunts her enemies in the shadows like adventurers. Radiant Empires. Valen uses his shield and military strategies to turn his enemies' power against them. The more his attackers try to overwhelm him, the more effective he becomes, decimating hordes of wretched creatures with formidable counterattacks. Conrad Valen is a veteran of the mighty armies of the Empire, and has only known only war. Cynical and contemptuous, he is unrivaled in the arts of combat. Let's read the High Elf Mage. Elven magic is known to be among the most dangerous weapons and skilled beings, and Elontia wields it with rare dexterity, adept at discharging torrents of pure magic onto his enemies. He is able to combine his powerful spells to control his opponents, thus devastating their ranks with ease. The High Elf Prince, Elantia, was exiled from Ulthuan and now travels the old world in search of redemption. Proud and arrogant, he has become a master of the magical arts. Now let's go ahead and read about Bragi Axe Fighter. Slayers are formidable fighters who constantly seek tougher duels and ever more dangerous opponents. Bragi is one such slayer, and certainly among the toughest. The longer the battle, the fiercer his rage, which feels the strength of his blows as he cuts through hordes of enemies and withstands their attacks. A slayer lives and dies for glory and redemption. Honorable and fierce, Bragi, Axe Fighter, never shies away from a fight. The most dangerous enemies he's encountered. Dwarf Engineer. Keela is an outstanding but by mastering engineers, brawlers, explosives, and outlaws, from fierce opponents. In both melee and ranged combat, and with her varied arsenal, she can unleash devastating power upon her enemies. After leaving the city of Karaz-Akarak to find adventure, this woman, this dwarven woman, joined the gunnery school in Nuln, where she helped humans improve in the art of smelting cannons and explosives. Now let's read about the witch hunter. Fighting the creatures of chaos is no easy task. The ability to rapidly change stance is crucial for adapting to any situation. As a ruthless hunter, Hader, Hadar, or Hyder, Jurgen Hyder wields his weapons with deadly accuracy with sharpened blades and loaded pistols. He can strike down the chaos hordes before purifying them with the sacred fire of Sigmar. Jurgen Hyder chose to defend his convictions by joining the much feared and respected witch hunters. He ensures law and order is maintained in the name of Sigmar and is primed to jump into action at the slightest suspicion of corruption. There is zero tolerance for any affiliation with chaos in the Empire. Any sign of corruption will be smoked with Sigmar's flames. Alright, so I don't know. I low-key want to play as the dwarf engineer. But I also like Bill. And I like Slayer. So I'm going to pick I think for this playthrough we're going to do the dwarf engineer. Yeah, we're going to go with her. You can always play with the other ones later on. Chapter 1 here, Chapter 1. Magnus.
Not
All dwarves are delvers in the earth or master smiths. A rare few become engineers, creating wondrous machines from steel, wood, and stone. You have wanted to be an engineer ever since you were a young dwarf, growing up in your father's workshop at Karazakarak. Your father, Gunnar Torkelson, was one of the greatest engineers of his generation, and being his only child, he taught you everything he knew. In time, you helped him design and build some of his greatest feats of engineering. But the life of an engineer was not without risk. Harnessing the power of fire and steam demanded precise craftsmanship and the finest materials. Any error, no matter how slight, could lead to disaster. There was no way to know for certain what had caused the explosion. It could have been any of 1,000 things, but you blamed yourself nonetheless. Though your father would recover, his days as an engineer were likely over. Tormented by shame, you left Karazakarak to seek your fortunes in the old world. It was well known that humans valued dwarf craftsmanship in all its forms, so you traveled to Nuln in hopes of offering your skills to the Empire's famous gunnery school. You arrived in Nuln to find the Imperial throne vacant and the Empire in tatters, following a succession of pretenders and centuries of civil war. The gunnery school was but a shadow of its former glory, but the remaining engineers gladly welcomed you into their ranks. Your work at the gunnery school had barely begun when news of the Chaos invasion reached the city. As Magnus of Nuln rallied the people to resist the invaders, you and your fellow engineers readied the Empire's ancient guns for war. At Kislev, the Empire's cannons proved decisive, driving back the Chaos Horde again and again until Magnus and his knights defeated Asavar Kul. You returned to Nuln a hero, lauded by the humans for your courage and skill. Later, when word of your exploits reached Magnus, you were surprised to receive an invitation to join his retinue.
The engineer is overheating his architect behind putting steam on
It was an age of lawlessness and despair, a time of dark magic, treachery, and war. It is a night made for witchery and evil deeds. And across the city, guardsmen clutch their weapons tightly and count the hours until the dawn. Sleep is hard to come by on a night such as this. The air is tense, and memories of the battle at Kislev leave you restless and on edge. Suddenly, a peal of thunder shatters the stillness, followed by a howling wind that shakes the tower to its foundations. Foul magic curdles the air, and screams echo in the courtyard outside. The tower is under attack.
What's all that noise? I best go have a look.
Okay, I see what's going on here. We got the elves on that side, and we got us two dwarves here on this side.
Groundney's Ironbeard! We're under attack. They must be after Magnus. I need to get to the throne room.
My health is low. I didn't even get hit,
Thanks, Sigma, you're here. There's monsters everywhere. The tower's being over...
Not if I've got anything to say about it. Where's Magnus?
Upstairs in the throne room. There's armor in a chest by the stairs. Take whatever you need, but hurry.
Accessible via the skills tab, which will flip it. You need to spend skill points. These are reimbursed immediately when you upload the skill.
I need to wait for the pressure to build.
As you reach the throne room, the air seethes with foul magics. The Chaos Sorceress stands before the throne, and Magnus, the savior of the Empire, is caught within her spell. There's only one thing to do. Calling upon the spirits of your ancestors, you raise your hammer and charge! By the time you regain your senses, the battle is over. The sorceress is gone, leaving you and Magnus for dead. The shouts of angry men fill the throne room. But these are not guardsmen. They are witch hunters, the Empire's feared inquisitors, led by none other than the infamous Heinrich Voss. You are under arrest for the murder of the Emperor Magnus, Voss declares. You try to tell him about the sorceress, but Voss refuses to listen. I see no sorceress here, he shouts. Only you and a room full of dead men. Confess your crimes, dwarf, Voss threatens. We will have the truth from you one way or another. After a week in the dungeons, you'll tell me everything I want to know. But before the witch hunter could make good on his threat, a commanding voice filled the room. Stop this madness at once! Teclis, lawmaster of the High Elves, regards Voss coldly. Kila Gunnarsdottir has told you the truth, he said. It is you who have refused to listen. Teclis examines Magnus in silence. He lives, thank the gods, the High Elf says at last. But he is in the grip of a powerful curse. It is only a matter of time before he succumbs. No one outside this room must know what happened here. If the people learn that Magnus has fallen, then everything he fought for will have been for nothing. The fate of the Empire lies in our hands. We must find this sorceress and end the curse before it's too late. If Magnus dies, the Empire dies with him. There are dark and terrible forces at work in the city, Kila Gunnarsdottir. If we are to find the sorceress and defeat her, we must confront the dark cult that has taken root in Nuln and expose its secret master.
What must I do? Tell me. And by my ancestors, I'll see it done.
The attack on the tower came from the sewers that stretch beneath the city. So long as the enemy controls the tunnels surrounding the tower, our position here is vulnerable. Your first task is simple. Enter the tunnels and drive the cultists back from the tower. Kill everything in your path, but beware. There is no telling what foul things await you in the darkness.
Nothing that a couple knocks with a hammer won't fix, I reckon.
advanced skills require energy before they can be used. If you don't have enough energy, you can't use the skill. You regenerate energy by damaging enemies with basic skills shown by this symbol. Keela builds overheating charges by using skills. Man, wait, hold up. You can play this with more than one person? Okay, that's good to know. I can play this with 4 people. Interesting. Golly. I know who to play this with later. So far, I don't know how I like her, though. I do like her. She is
pressure to build. Needs to be stabilized first. I'm out of fuel right now. Too much pressure. I don't want to explode. I'm out of fuel right now.
This one's a 220. This one's better. Alright, what do we got here?
You see anything strange out in the city? Don't move.
The tunnels surrounding the tower are clear. I killed every cultist I could find. But there's got to be more, deeper in the sewers.
I do not doubt it. The servants of Nurgle flourish in darkness and filth. Our battle against the cult has only just begun. Well done. Return to me when you are ready for your next task. There is grim news from the tower. Voss has learned that a large group of Magnus's guardsmen have gone missing. He believes they might have pursued the cultists into the sewers during the attack.
I should hope so. Any self-respecting dwarf would have done the same. It's a matter of honor.
They've been gone too long, Keela. Either they cut them off. Someone must go in after them and bring them out.
Goddamn phone. Get back up here. Didn't say you could fall. Each aspiring champion of chaos has characteristics of the god they sworn allegiance to. For example, Nurgle followers are resistant to something.
So, pressure needs to be stabilized first. What a build. I need to wait for the pressure to build. I'm out of fuel right now.
You're dead, boy. You have just acquired a passive skill. Okay. These are God skills. I have 6 points available. I'm not level 8 yet, so I can't equip that. I'm not. Long rifle. Fire a powerful long shot that damages enemies and ignores a percentage of their armor. Does 200. Does more? Okay. Alright, so this is Archetype skill, jet of steam. Reduce overheating by releasing a powerful jet of steam. Jump direction. Hits. It does fire.
We need to wait for the pressure to build. I'm out of fuel right now. I need to wait for the pressure to build. I'm out of fuel right now. I'm out of fuel right now. Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Damned cultist lured us into a trap. Tried to fight, but too many of them.
Save your strength, lad. Let's get you back to the tower and get those wounds looked at.
They took them.
Thanks.
I must wait.
There's always too much.
It was no use. The soldiers had been lured into an ambush. By the time I got there, most were dead. The rest had been carried off by the cultists.
And the others? They were taken alive?
Aye. But to what end? What do they want with prisoners?
Not prisoner. Sacrifices. Offerings to the Lord of Pestilence in exchange for more power. We must do everything we can to prevent this. Go and make whatever preparations you require. Then return to me as soon as you are ready.
Gradually increases your reputation with it. The guild does not sell items, but it will offer you a unique reward each time you increase your reputation level. Okay, and then it looks like here I can get... So if we just donate these here... Now if we do this combo. Interesting.
There is no time to waste. Even as we speak, the cultists could be preparing to sacrifice their captives. If they succeed,
I'll see to it that they don't. You've got my word on it.
the enemy will do everything in their power to keep you from reaching the captives in time. Choose your battles wisely. Now go, and good hunting.
You saved my life. Maybe one day I'll do the same for you.
I'm out of fuel right now.
Oh, we gotta save them all within 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay. Well, that means we better hurry.
I'm out of fuel right now. I need to wait for the pressure to build. I must wait. I need to wait for the pressure to build. No, still need to wait a few moments. Too much pressure. I don't want to explode. Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Nope. Still need to wait a few moments.
Need to wait. The pressure to build.
I won't. You. You.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode. I'm out of fuel right now. I'm out of fuel right now. No! Still need to wait a few moments.
I won't.
Oh, still need to wait a few moments.
You say.
We gotta hurry up, we gotta hurry up, we gotta hurry up, we gotta hurry up, we gotta hurry up. We got 35 seconds. Come on.
I need to wait for the pressure to build. I must wait.
You did it in just the nick of the time. Just the nick of time.
I have honored my oath, Elf Lord. The captives are safe.
Well done. The Chaos Gods withhold their gifts from those who fail them. This will weaken the cult and increase our chances for victory. Now is the time to press our advantage. Return to me as soon as you are ready, and I will have a new task for you.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Since the attack, we have been on the defensive, reacting to the enemy's plans. That ends now. We must seek out and destroy the cult's source of power if we are to end its reign of terror here in Nome.
Now you're talking sense. Where do we find this power source?
The cult must have caps scattered throughout the sewers. Find one and capture its leader. He will tell us what we need to know.
Did you?
Sigma preserve us.